Why looks and money will never get you the right girlfriend or life partner. My name is David Meessen. Oh, hola.
Hola.
And I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, super not staged. And I've already helped clients from 26 different countries all around the world get a better social life and find the right girlfriend, life partner, and wife. And if you're a man with a busy career or your own business and you're struggling with finding the right girlfriend and life partner, this video is for you. Today you'll understand why looks and money may be an additional helpful factor when it comes to attracting women, but why it will never help you attract and keep the right kind of person. First of all, let's start with an example that most of us have seen. Do you remember Jeff Bezos and his wife being at some gala event? And Jeff Bezos is kind of like here, and then Leonardo DiCaprio shows up, and then there's Jeff Bezos' wife. We're going to show the clip in a second here. And she looks at him like, oh my God. She looked at him with so much desire on her face, she basically embarrassed Jeff Bezos in front of the whole world. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest men in the entire world. He's one of the richest and most powerful men in the entire world. He has more money than almost everybody. And yet, there's somebody who has 100 times less money, or 1,000 times less money. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio still has a substantial amount of money, but not nearly as much as Jeff Bezos. And she looks at him like, oh my God. Ah, wow. Now, why the hell is that? Well, if you and I have no idea what's going on between Jeff Bezos and his wife, maybe that was just a coincidence, but I can tell you something. Fernanda would never ever look at another man like that. Especially not if we're out in public, especially not if she's with me. That's an embarrassment. That's absolute and utter disrespect. So if you're a man who has a substantial amount of money available because either you have a busy career or a successful career, or you own your own business or multiple businesses, and you're worried that some women will only like you for your money, then you should let me tell you that that worry is absolutely justified. There's a huge amount of women who will only want you because of the money you have. If you're somebody who looks amazing, which is not that many people, then yeah, there's certain women who will only want you for the looks and not for the character, for your personality, for the man you truly are. So, what can you do to avoid getting yourself into a situation like the one that Jeff Bezos is in, where his girl basically embarrassed and disrespected him in front of the entire world, where he basically has to be afraid of losing her to another man purely because of looks? Well, there's hope. If you learn to communicate effectively, you'll be able to attract and keep the right kind of women, because communication trumps status. Money and looks are a form of status. They are a manifestation of status, which will spark her interest initially, but it's not enough to keep her. Evidently, as we've seen in the clip, as you've seen thousands of times, either in your personal life or online. If you just want a woman who's hot and she doesn't actually care about who you are as a man, the quality of your character that you've worked on over decades, well then sure, go for it. Simply lead with money, lead with looks. But if you want a girlfriend or a life partner, yes, who's physically attractive, but who also has a great personality, who's intelligent, and who wants you for you, you cannot lead with money, you cannot lead with looks. And if you're not going to lead with that, if you're not going to lead with status, you have to lead with communication. You have to learn to communicate your personality authentically and effectively. You have to learn to reduce filters. Most men are way too filtered. Most men who are very successful in their career or their business, and I've worked with plenty of men who are founders of tech companies, business owners, people who are managers in companies, people who are software developers, men who are doing very, very well in their lives. They tend to transfer the same patterns of communication that you exhibit in your professional environment into your social life, which does not work. Well, it works to a certain extent when it comes to getting men interested in you, to the extent that they like you, because, very practical example, asking people questions gets them to like you, right? Most of us have heard about the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and one of the easiest ways to get people to like you at a general level, in a general social context, is to simply ask them questions. And that's great, but it doesn't work at all with creating attraction, because there's a difference between getting women to like you in terms of the nice guy and actually feeling excited about you because of the man you are. So you need to understand that your communication has to be tailored to the context. The way you communicate in business, the way you communicate at work has to be different to the way you communicate with women. You also have to understand that you have to reduce the amount of filters. Most men filter themselves way too hard, and that's appropriate for a business or a work context. It's absolutely appropriate to hold back certain raw and honest and not politically correct opinions you might have for the sake of creating a harmonious work environment where actual productive things can take place, in order for people to go about their work in a productive manner. That makes sense. But the more filters you have, the more you filter your communication in your social life, the harder it will be for her to genuinely get excited about you. Yes, there will be some women who will get absolutely upset and who might even hate you for expressing raw and honest opinions. But you have to understand that if you want an amazing girlfriend and life partner, somebody who doesn't just want you for looks or your money, you have to communicate like Moses, where you part the Red Sea, where you're so raw, so honest, so unafraid of losing her that some will hate you, but the others will love you. Let me tell you something. It doesn't help you at all for some women to like you in general. What's that going to do for you? But what's going to be amazing for you is some women severely disliking you, not because you're disrespectful, not because you're insulting, but simply because you unashamedly, unapologetically communicate your personality. Now, being honest is not enough. You also have to be effective. You also have to learn the dynamics. You have to understand how to build physical contact, how to use humor and storytelling. These are the technical elements that have to be paired with honesty. That's super important. But coming back full circle, so we have looks and we have money, right? Who are manifestations of status, and some men like to lead with that. And yes, you can get women initially excited about you. And yes, we've all seen YouTube videos of super rich guys with hot girls. Yeah, but do you actually know what the quality of the relationships are like? I thought you wanted a relationship on eye level. I thought you wanted a woman that you can have children with, that you can have a family with, that you can travel the world with, somebody that you can trust with theoretically all of your belongings, with your deepest insecurities. And again, you shouldn't misuse her as your psychologist just to demonstrate the degree of trust you want to have with her. I thought that's what you wanted. If it's just about having a hot girl, that's easy to attract with looks and money, but that's not what you want, because the people who come to me, they want a serious, meaningful, long-term relationship, and it's absolutely possible because communication trumps status. Communication is more powerful when it comes to attracting and keeping the right girlfriend and life partner than status. So, if you want me to help you with that personally, if you want to figure out how to go about doing that, then simply apply for a free initial consultation call with a link under Spotify, YouTube, wherever this episode may be posted. But regardless, please, if you're somebody who has status of some sort, do not lead with that. Lead with personality. Lead with the character. Lead with who you are. Lead with the complete absence of political correctness, and you'll find some women getting actually excited about you. Because let me tell you something, you want a woman who's excited about you, not just somebody who tolerates your presence. My ex-wife, she tolerated my existence, but she wasn't excited about being with me. Life gets pretty fucking awesome if you have a girl in your life, a wife, a life partner, who's excited about your presence in their life. Communication trumps status. I wish you all the best.